Hello, magical people, and welcome back to the Beyond Astro weekly forecast. My name is Meg Moonbeam, and I'm here on the Beyond Mystic YouTube, Rumble, and X channels. Today, I am pre-recording my Beyond Astro weekly forecast because I will be on the road doing some traveling at the time that we usually go live. So miss all my live crew out there, but we'll be back next week live for Beyond Astro. And as you can see, I'm in a different setting. I'm in a friend's house at the moment. So we've got beautiful Sunny's grandparents here to the right watching over us in spirit. So yeah, we're going to get into our Western astrology horoscope for Sunday, August 31st, going into Saturday, September 6th. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to have a personal astrology reading with me, those are available at the link below. And our lovely Pisces sister Carla over at Ascension Organites has her Double Your Power sale. Spend $100 or more and get any beginner series pyramid for free, valid until September 8th. And over on the Scorpling shop, oh my God, Sunny and I, we released this Starseed Crystal collection this past week. And we want to give a very big thank you, excuse me, to everyone out there. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for everyone that's been placing orders. There's been lots of orders coming in. We've sold out of the Sirius Starseed bundle, the Columbianite. We're almost sold out of the Libyan Desert Glass. We're sold out of the small laser quartz. We will be doing a restock in about a week of the Libyan Desert Glass and having some more Moldavite and having some very cool new surprise meteorite, tektite, and something else. So everybody stay tuned. And if you want to check out the collection, you can go over to thescorplingshop.com, use code BeyondMystic for 10% off our collection of sacred stones of interstellar light, literally tektites from outer space. Very magical collection. So thank you everyone so much for your support. So as we go into this week, we are entering September. Can you guys believe it? September 2025. And all of the month of September, we are going to be in eclipse season. So if you haven't seen my Astro Woo for September monthly horoscope, forecast that I did on Friday, you can go check that out where I talk in depth about September as a whole. Just to share with you guys brief overview, because we got some pretty big things happening this month. Saturn retrograde right at the beginning of the month, September 1st. Uranus retrograde, September 6th. So all the outer planets are retrograde as of September 6th. We're in a retrograde city. Full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces on September 7th. We are going to be having a lot of interesting aspects that I'll break down day by day in the daily astro shows and the weekly forecast. New moon solar eclipse in Virgo on September 21st, the day after our autumn equinox when the sun enters Libra, and some other very interesting stuff going on as well. So we're starting off this week. Today, August 31st, we got exact Mercury trine Chiron. Very nice supportive aspect. We've actually got some really positive supportive aspects happening this week with also some challenging ones at the same time. So today we have exact Mercury trine Chiron, September 3rd, Mercury square Uranus, and very lucky and positive Jupiter trine the North Node. And on Thursday, Mars square Jupiter, which is a bit more of an intense one. So we're starting off this week with this Mercury trine Chiron, which is exact on Sunday, but we're in the influence of it throughout the week. Very supportive for healing Chiron conversations, Mercury, and breakthroughs in our healing journey through mercurial ways, communication, ideas, thoughts, concepts, our local community as well. We've got that sun in Sagittarius at the start of the week that is going to be moving into Capricorn later in the day on Monday. And that will be very different energy Monday and Tuesday, a little bit of Wednesday with the sun in Virgo and the moon at detriment in Capricorn. So there can be, with Saturn retrograde entering Pisces, okay? So we're entering that Pisces soup, as I like to call it. Once again, Saturn is going back into Pisces one last time from September 1st until either end of January or beginning of February. Can't remember the exact date at the top of my head. So there's a lot of reality checks of illusions. And with that moon in Capricorn, that's going to be for the whole Saturn in retrograde in Pisces transit. But with that moon in Capricorn, right after Saturn goes back into Pisces, that will be quite potent. And we are in the influence all week as well, you guys, of our full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces that we're going to be having exact on Sunday, September 7th. I'm going to do a whole separate video on that. I did talk about that a little bit more in depth in the Astro Woo for September, if you want to go check that out from Friday. So this is really big astrology this week. Okay, we're a week before an eclipse. We're leading up to an eclipse. Eclipses can be times of very big life changes, fated events, endings, completions. We're starting off with that full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces with Saturn now retrograde back in Pisces. This is about really being honest with ourselves this week, preparing for this lunar eclipse on September 7th. What are we letting go of? What is no longer in alignment? What is maybe lies or illusions or deceptions that we've been telling ourselves, that maybe someone else has been telling us, another situation? This is a week to definitely pay attention to your lives, pay attention to what may be spiritually draining you. The sign of Pisces is about the spiritual side and our aura and our energy body. What people, places, things are energetically draining, toxic, no longer in alignment, and maybe need to be let go. And we could get some big reality checks around some things with this heavy Saturnian influence this week. Now, we are very divinely supported, as we do have this beautiful, on September 3rd, Jupiter in trine to the North Node. Jupiter exalted in Cancer, trine the North Node. And Jupiter is actually one of the two dispositors of the North Node, because the North Node is in the sign of Pisces. Pisces is ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. So we are being divinely supported in letting go of, I'm hearing Spirit say, some things that can be quite heavy, some things that can be even quite unexpected. Okay, Uranus, the ruling planet of unexpected events, shocks, and surprises, goes retrograde the day before the lunar eclipse in Pisces. So by the end of this week, we got all the outer planets retrograde. Sorry, you guys, I dropped a card. Let me pick it up. This is a week to definitely pay attention, do release work, reflect. Okay, also with all those outer planets, Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, Chiron, all retrograde. Retrogrades are about reviewing and reflecting of what no longer serves us. And there can be, I feel like, big shocks, surprises, things not exactly going to plan with that Mercury square Uranus and Mars square Jupiter. We can be feeling instability in some relationships with that Mars and Libra square Jupiter. And we can be more easily triggered into anger, frustration with that Mars square Jupiter exact on Thursday. But it's good for that to come up if something needs to be let go, right? So very big energy this week, you guys. Let's see what tarot cards we've got. Wow. Very interesting. 2 cup cards and 2 major arcana cards. The Queen of Cups, so very Piscean. Cups are related to the water signs. We're getting close to this lunar eclipse in Pisces. Be open to receiving the healing and nurturing that you need. We are feeling very energetically sensitive this week. Our intuitions are very high. It's very important for us to give to ourselves and nurture ourselves before we give and nurture others. You're going to notice not just yourselves, but a lot of people in your lives. There can be big life changes happening this week and realizations with us entering this eclipse energy. And the 7 of Cups, okay, very Piscean, can be about illusions, daydreams, fantasies. I'm hearing Spirit say, some bubbles will be popped, some balloons will be popped this week of things that, whether that's for each of us personally or even in the collective, there will be bubbles popped of illusions that we've been lied to about, or maybe things we've been lying to ourselves about, or others that have maybe even been lying to us. The sign of Pisces, the sign of this lunar eclipse has to do with hidden enemies. Pisces rules hidden enemies, okay? Libra in astrology rules open enemies. Not saying everybody is having an open, hidden enemy. We don't need to be paranoid about that. But there may be some situations where some people, places, or things that you actually thought were good are actually the opposite or not what they say that they are. So take things this week with big common sense thinking and perspective, and take things that may seem really airy-fairy or ungrounded with a grain of salt. Okay, very important for us to remain grounded with this energy. But the sun and the star card, this is super positive. And actually, out of the two eclipses that we have happening in September, I do really like actually the lunar eclipse in Pisces one more than the new moon in Virgo one. This one's magical. It's trine Jupiter. It's got sun sextile Jupiter. So even though it's full moon lunar eclipse, letting go, completion, it can be intense healing. It's in Pisces, quite well aspected. Okay, yeah, we have a lot of planets retrograde. Yeah, there are some challenging aspects, but this is really magical this week. Okay, the sun, success, positivity, joy, vitality, the star, our higher consciousness, otherworldly energies, inspiration, shocks and surprises in a good way. So be open to the magic of whatever this week has to offer. I'm going to pull another bonus card. We are letting go of excess worry and anxiety and victimization. Funny, those things are ruled by Pisces in astrology as well. Whew, big energy. Let me know how you guys are feeling in the comments. And before I finish up here, want to mention that today we've got the new Wi-Fi, the new Woo-Fi, I always say that wrong, with JC and Janine over on the Beyond Mystic Insider Access Pass at 1 p.m. So you can go catch the rewind of that, the playback of that, if you haven't checked that out yet and you want to. And very special Wacky Woo show tonight with JC and Dick Algeier at 8 p.m. Eastern. Really, really excited for that one. So be sure to tune in. That'll be, I think, on all the Beyond Mystic channels, YouTube, Rumble, and X. Will definitely be over on Rumble. They might have to switch over. All about Three Eye Atlas alien invasion. Super excited for that. And awesome, awesome, awesome. So guys, thank you so much for joining me for today's Beyond Astro. Wishing you an absolutely magical week ahead. Again, new Starseed Crystal Collection available over at the Scorpion Shop. Thank you so much, everyone, for your support and everyone that's made orders. And at Ascension Organized, that new Double Your Power sale still going on too. Love you all so, so much. Sending so much cosmic love your way, and see you later. Bye, everyone.